1988, The Unnamable. Um, College students check out a haunted house where, in the 1800s, an ugly monster called the Unnamable was trapped in a vault. Not called the Unnamable, right, John? It's got a name. It's got a name.
Yeah, it's like a Lida.
And if I'm incorrect, the Unnamable he's talking about is the grave he was in, because he says it at the end. I don't know. Directed by Jean-Paul Ouellette, also who also did the sequel, The Unnamable 2, The Statement of Randolph Carter. This is based on an H.P. Lovecraft short story with a screenplay by Jean-Paul Ouellette. Jason, yeah,
Bleh. Bleh.
Ouellette.
Tagline: There are things on God's earth that we can't explain and can't describe, and we can't describe. Distributed by Vidmark Entertainment, and then out on Blu-ray through Unearthed in 2018.
Um, I am really glad that they did not remain in the 1800s for this story. I am so sick of that time period. I don't like it for whatever reason, and every TV show wants to be a part of it. It's like they love the fucking 1800s. Um, really great acting though across the board, and it was surprising because I haven't heard of any of these actors before. I looked all through the whole list, and I'm like, I haven't seen none of this shit really. Um, there's a lot of funny things that happen in this. They use music cues in like sort of a hilarious way that makes it seem like you're watching Are You Afraid of the Dark sometimes. It's just like a little like a little like a little thing like that. It just uh but I thought it was so cool to actually see Miskatonic University in a film. You never see it. It's always like on somebody's shirt, or they talk about this guy went there. This is the first time I've seen it in a movie, and they're there for a lot of the movie. I mean, they're on campus through the whole thing, right? Like this house is on campus somewhere. Um,
Really super close. Like I noticed that they said it's like a mile from here, and then,
yeah,
and then the house is like right there.
yeah, they took their
I
time to get there.
also took me like as many times as I've seen this movie. Like I don't know how, but I never really noticed that they were sitting in a graveyard. In
Yeah.
my head, they were always sitting like under a tree studying that at Miskatonic.
Mhm.
And then when he points, then that's when I realized that they're in a graveyard. But I was like, oh, they were just sitting under a tree. Now they're in a graveyard. But that's just me.
Yeah. So I don't know what the so basically the idea. Somebody needs to tell me what they were going to this house for. Like it was to go investigate it for what reasons? Like what? Why were they going there? I mean, I know the guys
to
were taking the women there to date rape them, but I don't like I
They
true,
don't.
they said they were
not
going to
to prove the
scout out the
story.
location
Oh,
for the
for future date rapes, probably. Uh,
hazing or initiation or
uh,
Well,
um,
no, and are you talking about
like they go
the
to
three
the
dudes,
what's
right?
the
The three
what's the
guys.
reason that they tell these women to meet them at the house?
Oh,
they want to
those
go. They got to go there to get the
scare
layout.
them. They're gonna
Okay,
get. They're
so
gonna scare them.
because
I thought.
I mean, basically, they make it seem once they get there, like the two guys are like, we need to go find places where we can settle down or whatever. Like, and then they make it very clear that they're trying to fuck these women. But yeah, I was laughing at a lot of things. I think that the frat guys have the shittiest flashlights you've ever seen in your life. Like, they don't even produce as much light as a candle. Um, well, their batteries are either low or they just are. Maybe they're bad quality back in those days. Um, the movie only really suffers from one major flaw. They have this really badass looking monster. It's on the fucking poster. If you Google search this movie, it's literally the only promotional stills you can find. When the movie came out, people knew what this thing was going to look like. They even show it in the trailer. They put this poor actress through hours and hours of makeup. I can't even imagine how long it took for them to put this shit on her. And you barely see the thing. It makes no
It's
sense at
on
all.
it's on the box art.
Yeah, you never
Yeah.
see it until the end. It is all the movie is damned near over at an hour and 27 minutes before you fucking see it. Or no, an hour and 17 minutes. The movie's an hour 27. So you don't see it until the last 10 fucking minutes. You see a hoof or you see
You got
yeah. What's going on, Rob?
what?
What are you doing?
He's getting ready for his OnlyFans.
It caught me off guard. But regardless, you don't see this damn movie until, or you don't see this fucking creature until the end of the movie. Oh my god!
Yeah.
Oh fuck!
What? I don't smoke weed.
Oh man. Okay. Anyways, like I said, you don't see the thing until the end. I also have an issue with the tree spirits lore that they've dropped into this. Dumb as fuck. That is. I don't know if that's part of the Lovecraft story or they tapped that. It almost seems like it had to be, but I ultimately enjoyed this despite only seeing the monster for like 7 minutes.
Oh, poor Frank.
Yeah,
Poor
you know,
Frank.
I want if you're gonna, the monster's so badass, Jason. Imagine if you saw it every kill.
I know it's bad. Yeah, I agree.
And I thought that there was a little bit of some problems with those tiny little skeleton hands that came out.
Oh yeah, that was so funny.
Come on,
that
guys.
That was so awesome.
Come on, man. Just let him get out, little tiny.
Grab it at his shirt.
But I gave it a
that
7. It's a 7 out of 10. I mean, it's a fun movie. I liked it.
Yeah. So supernatural horror, I guess. I rented this a lot growing up, and it's all to do with that box art. Every time I could return it, and I'd be skimming the wall, and I saw that box art, and chances are I probably rent it again the same day. Like, I like the creature, like the story, the setting, the atmosphere. I like the music. It's H.P. Lovecraft, so that's intriguing in itself. The effects are pretty good in this too. I mean, there's not a ton of them, but what's there, I thought was pretty good. I'm not with you on the acting. I'm like 50-50 on the acting.
Really?
Like I thought the guys were cool, but the women they were awful. Whoever the foreign chick, the one that has an accent or what, she was terrible. Like, she stuck out from the rest of them. It may be not that great of a movie, but the nostalgia just pushes this up the scale for me. It's a 9 for me.
Wow. This is my first time seeing it. Never watched it before.
Yeah, I didn't see it until a few years ago for the first time, but I'd always remembered being intrigued by the box art and then too scared to get it.
It freaked me. It freaked me out, but you can't get enough of it at the same time.
I thought that the girl that played the creature put on a really good performance for what you saw. I don't know if she made those sounds too, but I thought they were really good. If I remember correctly, and I don't know how much you guys paid attention, or whatever, but the guy that looked like John Carradine, this whole story's all about. Because I thought it was John Carradine. I had to look it up. I was like, there's no way that's not John Carradine. And it's totally not him.
Right.
But I still feel like that's a pseudonym. But he says, like, I summoned this demon into my wife to make her better. And now, like, the demon's, like, taking over. Like, did you guys catch up?
The only lore I caught was the fucking tree spirits, and that was it.
This was like a flashback.
Yeah, thought the whole time I thought it was his daughter. So, like, yeah, wasn't it his daughter? His wife died giving birth to this thing, right?
Right. Yeah.
Okay, that's what happened.
Yeah, that's the daughter.
Oh.
Maybe he thought that it was Unnamable because the thing is so fucking hideous. But I mean,
he calls it by
that's what name. I thought too.
Yeah, there's a name, so I don't know.
Yeah, he gave it like the last name too. So he says it. The old guy says it.
Well, the John Carradine looking guy at the end, when he comes out of the grave, says, "I've seen the Unnamable. It was hell down there. That's
Oh no, that's not the guy that looks like John
okay.
Carradine. That was the guy that actually looks like H.P. Lovecraft.
Okay.
He had
Regardless,
that pointed long chin.
right? Yeah, you're right. I'm okay. Never mind.
Yeah, no, you're cool. You're cool. But yeah, um,
First time he's
this
been
is.
told that.
I liked this. I wrote the smarmy H.P. Lovecraft clone. He gave me a lot of Herbert West vibes because,
Yeah, for
being
sure.
H.P. Lovecraft, you know. This movie has its own vibe. I feel I didn't see this when I was a kid, so I don't have that connection to it. Like, like this all is a favorite movie growing up, you know what I mean? But even as an adult, I watched it and I'm like, this movie's just like, it's just good. You know what I mean? It's just like you can put it on and enjoy it or do something else, but it's like it's just like cool to watch or be on or in the vicinity of. Like, yeah, it's got some cheesy parts. The acting may not be great in parts, but I liked all the characters. The creature like was just super cool. And even though you didn't get to see it hardly at all, at least it's not as bad as the Slayer. All
Yeah, the
right.
Slayer is
That was the biggest
um
slap in the fucking
yeah,
face I ever got in a movie.
at least in this movie, you get to
Right.
see the thing do some stuff. Like
Yeah.
the Slayer, they just show it to you, and they're like, "This is what's been going on," and then
Right.
then I retroactively think that
And it was cool. It's cool looking.
Yeah.
Like it should have been shown
Right.
that.
It's not cool
all throughout
looking
the
if you
movie.
imagine it killing somebody with an oar, right? Like imagine that thing like.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it wouldn't need an oar.
No, it
need
would
an oar
not.
to kill you.
Yeah.
No, it would not. But I gave this one a 7. I really want to see the second one. I got to see what happens in it.
Oh, the second one's
Like,
better,
even if it's
in my opinion.
is it? Is it? Okay.
I haven't. I still haven't watched it.
Does it bring back any of the surviving characters minus the creature, of course?
But I think the same actress that played the monster in the first one comes back.
No, she doesn't
Okay.
either.
Oh, she doesn't either?
No, because the woman that plays the monster in this one only did this. Like that.
Okay.
Yeah, I
and
saw
and
that.
the woman that plays her in the next movie was in Sleepaway Camp, or not Sleepaway Camp, Slumber Party Massacre 3. I think, or 2. I can't remember. Regardless, she's one of Quentin Tarantino's favorite actresses. I can't remember her name, but that was part of the trivia that I read. Anyways,
it's not like 20 years ago or something. I don't know. I remember liking it though.
Yeah. Where were we at? I'm completely lost.
I gave it a 7, and we're waiting to see what Rob says.
What do you say, Rob?
I gave it a 6.5, only because of, I don't know, for me the movie was just, it wasn't really paced very well. The only thing I really liked about it was the monster that showed up at the end. There was some decent gore effects, but I don't know, the characters I wasn't really into and all that. It's just, I couldn't really, I don't know, just something. And then when the monster actually showed up and they're like fighting with it, and I'm thinking like this monster's got like superhuman strength and all that, and you've seen it bust through stuff and all that. And here's this person, fighting with it. Regular, normal strength, not a vampire slayer, just a normal teenager actually not getting his arm immediately ripped off by this creature and broken in half. I mean, it's like
a monster that can tear a head off.
Like, how are they fighting with this thing? It's just
testosterone, hormones going on. Like
it's adrenaline. It's just
teenage testosterone, really.
Yeah.
All the points that I give this movie go to the actual monster itself. To me, the rest of the movie wasn't really that fantastic, but that seeing the monster was awesome, and it would have been way more awesome if it just had like an unhappy ending and the monster just ripped everybody apart. I would have been pleased. I would have that's the best ending in the world.
Yeah.
have a creature like that, let it kill everybody.
And then get just loose on the world.
Yes, exactly.
Mhm.
Happy ending, man. Like, have you guys seen Psycho Gorman yet?
Yes.
I have.
No,
Okay, I'm not going to give
No, I
anything away,
haven't.
but fantastic film, and it kind of.
I've heard. I have heard. I've heard it is a real fun
It's
watch.
good. It's
I
coming to
do
Shudder
wanna-
real soon. If it's not already on there, it's coming real
I
soon.
got the Blu-ray in my living room.
I was going to pre-order it. I almost did pre-order it.
Yeah, I did. I was like, that's mine.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I rented it on Amazon or something like that, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna buy that immediately. Like my kids will love it. My kids haven't seen it because I had to screen it first, but I'm gonna let them watch it. They'll love that.
Even though it's super gory,
fun.
but it's like gory in a fun way.
It's cool. Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, it's,
Okay.
Right.
it's,
All
it's
right.
fantastic.
All right,
National
that's
Six guys
cool.
make great films.
Rob, did you?
Oh,
give
is that
this-
them? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Did you give
6.5.
6.5? That's what you said.
Yep.
Okay.
Pay attention.
Alright.
You sleeping over there or what? Stuff's
I
falling down in the background. What's
I
going
don't know
on
what
over
that
there?
was, man. I don't know, man.
I thought it was
Got
a
a few
cat, but then I
corpses here
didn't
I
see
gotta
a
clear
cat.
out.
That's how I feel about it. That's how I feel about it.